Good morning, friends, family, fans, and of course, finish line focused, fantastic, fine folks out there. Good morning and great to be seen by all of you. It is Tuesday, May 9th, and it is about, what time is it? Oh man, it's almost 10 o'clock, nearly 10 o'clock in the morning. Just had a fabulous breakfast at Mountain Harbor Bed and Breakfast and Hiker Retreat or Rest or whatever. I'm going to show you as I walk down. Here is the big old deck. There's like another deck over there, and this is the main house where you can stay in there. That's the bed and breakfast portion of the deal, and down there is the I guess some storage and kind of the main office area where you can resupply and get some stuff. And that yellow thing is the food truck. They sell lunch and supper there. So I'm going to film as I walk down the stairs, and I'll show you back up to the house. This is a great place to stay for anybody that's in the area of Roan Mountain, Tennessee. It is, or maybe it's North Carolina. Must be Tennessee, Roan Mountain, Tennessee, and I think it's Elk Park, North Carolina, is the other direction. We got some rain last night and this morning, so the stream's all dirty, but it was, crystal clear and beautiful last night. There's a pretty little waterfall, and there's a view of the house up there. I stayed in a room. Someone gave me a room last night. I'm not sure who. One of you guys, thank you very much for the wonderful stay. It was sure nice, and got clean clothes and clean body and everything. So ready to rock and roll. There's Peregrine up to no good. It looks like our trout fishing is done for the day. It's all muddy.
Yeah, I did it last night.
Did you?
Yeah, I had one bite.
Oh, no kidding. Sweet. We got to come back and do some more fishing.
The boundary water trip.
Yeah. I've got your, hang on, let me finish this real quick and I'll talk with you. Here's the place where you go and order your food, and like I said, you can resupply in there and get some stuff. Here's the food truck. All right, I'll catch up with you when I get on the trail. This is, I think, 0.3 off the trail is all. So we'll catch up in a couple minutes. All right, welcome back. I'll show you down there as I walk by. That was really something to stay there. So I stayed in the bed and breakfast when there was a hostel kind of behind that camp store area, so I didn't get to stay with very many hikers. There were a couple, D Wizzle and another guy that we've been together quite a bit the last few days. We're kind of on the same schedule. Man, I can't think of his name. Anyhow, they were up in the bed and breakfast area, but everybody else was back in the hostel. But for breakfast, everybody came in for the breakfast, and there were like nearly 30 hikers. So I ate with Trisha and Orville and Yogi that we met when we were doing Trail Magic. He was there. He ended up getting kicked out. He had a fit, said that he had bad chicken wings the night before from the food truck and was sick this morning and couldn't eat his breakfast and whatever. The owner didn't have a lot of patience for him, and ended up, they were arguing, and they kicked old Yogi out. So he gone. Probably needed to. I'll just be honest. I'll be very honest, and he made me nervous from the very beginning. So anyway, he gone. But yeah, it was really neat meeting people from all over, people that I hadn't met yet. And we saw Big Target and Eulalia, the couple that we first met when we were doing Trail Magic back at Allen Gap. They were there, and so they remembered Gigi and Poke, of course Halo and H2O. They remembered all you guys. So yep, they said hello, and we'll see us in the Grayson Highlands or Damascus. So they're looking forward to seeing you guys again, seeing all of us. So the breakfast at the Mountain Harbor Bed and Breakfast, over the top, like, off the chain good. they didn't just make grits, they made like Mexican chipotle something grits, and they didn't just make oatmeal, they made creme brulee steel cut oats. Wow. Sausages, eggs, homemade from scratch, pancakes, biscuits were made from scratch, huge flaky biscuits done to perfection. The gravy was phenomenal. I mean, it was the best breakfast, I think, probably that I've ever had. And I was very proud of myself. You guys will be proud of me. I did not gorge myself. I ate a good portion, but that's it. Because I knew, man, I hope these guys make this curve. They're going pretty fast. There'd be no disciple left if they didn't make the corner. You guys would catch it on camera. I know I'm like a spider and like a cat and like a cheetah, but I don't know if I could avoid them when they're going 70 down this hill. Get to experience glory sooner than I thought. If one of those cars nails me. But anyway, I didn't eat too much, so preparing to hike about 15 or 16 to a campground up here, a campsite area. I think that's where like a lot of people are headed, so we'll see if there's any spots left. But I heard the shelter was closed. It's like the second shelter from here, about 17 miles. I heard it's closed permanently because of bear activity. And then get this. These are just rumors. I do not know if it's true or not. But I hear rumors that locals set out like boards with nails and stuff to try to discourage hikers. I've heard that they put food around the shelters trying to draw bears in so that hikers don't stay there. And these are just things I've heard. But I've heard from multiple sources. So there might be some truth. I don't know. I'm not trying to like spread rumors, but just can you imagine locals, especially when hikers bring in so much money, and every business owner I've talked with has been extremely thankful for all the hikers, saying that in general we're very polite and tip well and all that. So I'm so glad that we have a good reputation. I try to make sure to treat people way better than, you know, the best I can. Anyway, that's what I've heard. So we'll see what the day brings. I've heard rumors that the terrain isn't too bad. I'm planning on the toughest day of the trip. We'll see. I'm planning that every day so that I'm not disappointed. All right, the trail's here any second. I'm at the trailhead where it crossed, or where I came up yesterday. I'll spin the camera around and show you. That's where I came up yesterday and met Dave from Doe River Hiker Hostel that's in Roan Mountain. So you can stay there or the Mountain Harbor, although I really like the Mountain Harbor. That was sure good. All right, here's the trail. We'll see you down. We'll see you down it. All right. Take care. Here, I'll spin. You can see the steps behind me. Take care for now. All right, let's talk about pack weight for a minute. So I'm coming out of a resupply point where my amazing smoking hot wife Halo has, hey baby, has fixed me up with a complete resupply. And one thing I told her to do was each time I get a box, always send me like enough days worth of Sparks, which are kind of those energy drinks I do in the morning, and coffees and gum and things like that for the next, you know, resupply. So that way my stock gets replenished. Well, somehow I've accumulated hordes of Starbucks Via coffees. I only make them about every couple of days. I'll have one. Anyway, Sparks, I've accumulated dozens of those, and I mean they're as valuable as gold to me, but they start to weigh a lot over time. And so I was carrying that extra huge battery pack, the 20,000 milliamp, that I don't think I need. I'll have to be just a little conscious till I get to Damascus. But point is, I'm headed for Damascus, Virginia. I'm going to go by Hampton, Tennessee, and keep going. And I'm headed for, where's the trail go? I'm headed for, oh, over here. I'm headed for, for Damascus, 75 miles. And my plan is 4.5 days to do that. So I want to be as light as possible. So I went through my food and I calculated everything. I tried to get down to every granola bar being accounted for each day. I put one extra Mountain House in the bottom of my bag, which weighs very little, and I put like one thing of crackers and a Cliff Bar in the bottom. So I've kind of got enough for at least a half of a day. Oh, by the way, I took a picture, but hopefully you can see this or read this. Bear closing. So the lady was right that the shelter up here's closed due to bear activity. I hope it's not locals putting food out on purpose. I don't understand that, but maybe that's just a rumor. So don't tell anybody you heard it from me, because I have no idea. All right, pack weight. So I'm fully resupplied for 4.5 days of food, and everything in my pack feels pretty good. Like, I'm very happy. I got it down to minimal amount of stuff. My food is almost measured out perfectly with a little extra for room for wiggle room. Look at the glory of this stream. Wow. It's muddy again because of the rain, but probably by tonight or tomorrow it would be cleared up again and ready to be fished. I need to come back here and do some fishing. Maybe we can stay at that bed and breakfast or camp here and definitely do some fly fishing. So yeah, my pack, for being as heavy as it can be for 75 miles, it's not too bad. Plenty of water today, as you can see, so I'm not carrying a lot of water. I'll just get it in about 5 miles. I'll stop and refill. I drank a bunch this morning before I even started, and so that's all good. But anyway, pack is feeling pretty good, and it's only going to get lighter. Every time I stop, I figure that's about 1/4 pound of food that I'm eating. And so, yep, it just gets better and better as you go. All right, here's the trail as I head up. All right, I'll stop for now so I can use both trekking poles, because it is kind of muddy. Plus, it's dropping rain from the trees. I don't want my phone to get wet, because then it acts all goofy. Uh-oh, it's getting wet. See ya. Anytime you leave a gap, what you have in front of you is climbing. I'm going to spin around this way. Been going through some beautiful big open fields. There were signs back there that talked about like a restoration act where they're taking care of these big fields and trying to restore them. Well, it looks like it's really successful. Beautiful grassy areas, and the problem is it's hard to keep your feet dry when you're walking through grass. I'm being extremely careful, walking with my feet in the dead center of the path, trying to keep them out of the wet grass, just trying to preserve and heal my feet. But this is sure beautiful, and it's pleasant, the weather. I'm going to spin around one more time and show you the views. I've only been hiking for about 1 hour 15 or 1 hour 20, basically climbing the whole time, coming up out of that gap where Road 19 East is. So I didn't mention the body. Body is feeling very good this morning. 0 ibuprofen. Feet look bad, but they don't feel that bad. I have to be careful and tape up a couple of open, like, blisters that were soft and just kind of shredded open. And then I've got a pretty wicked one on the upper right heel, like not on my heel, but like lower calf. It was a weird spot. All I can guess is it's right where the top of my shoe hits. I don't know, but it began hurting a couple days ago, and wow, this morning it was a real puffy blister. So I took care of that the best I could, and a couple pieces of KT tape on that. I don't see a white, oh, yep. Looks like the trail goes this way. Anyway, yeah, the body's feeling well. So I'm so thankful for my light pack. I'm, conscious of everything that I can do without. I try to do without, so I don't have to carry it all these miles. And I'm very thankful. Today, There's a real pretty tree. Today my pack, for being full, I've already mentioned, it feels, oh, that's a gorgeous tree. Man, Halo and Gigi, Pristine for that matter, would love climbing this tree. That is a good climbing tree. They could build an awesome fort up there. I don't think H2O is much into the climbing. I think he likes to watch other ones. But all of the kids would love that one. Playing evidently lots of bears in this area. So I'm trying to I've been walking real quietly, hoping maybe to get up on one. But it's the middle of the day, so chances are they're sleeping. But until I pull the camera out, I'm trying to be super quiet. I don't know if there's many people in front of me or not. I don't know. I haven't heard or seen anyone since I left the hostel. What did I turn the camera on for? I guess it was for my feet and my body, just to bring that up. So it's a big old break where that limb came down. Yeah, I'll just stop rather than sit here and y'all to death. I'll just stop the camera. I met an old friend this morning and I've been hiking together and came to check out these waterfalls, but I want him to say hey real quick. So yeah, tell us who you are and where you're from.
I'm Cubs. I'm from Naperville, Illinois.
All right.
So.
World champion Cubs.
Yeah.
Yeah, go Cubbies. All right, check out, it's Max, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one I've talked about Max before, but check out these falls. This is crazy. Wow. We're just a short little side trail off the AT to come here and check out these falls. Man, especially after the rains last night, I'm sure they're even better than normal. Awesome. This is called Jones Falls. I'll talk loud. Hopefully you can hear me over the sound of the falls. But this is the neatest, by far the neatest, like stream, waterfall, view, whatever of the whole trail. I mean, by far, one of the neatest views of the whole trail. Max and I are eating lunch here. Trisha and Orville just showed up. So yeah, this is sweet. What do you think?
Nice waterfall.
Pretty cool, huh? Halo keeps telling me when I hold the camera like this to try to hold it really still. So I'm going to do my best to try to hold the camera really still. The trail is so nice through here. It's just dirt and wide and gentle. It's really a pleasure. So it's a good place to film. So all right, what do you guys think? Are you ready for a life lesson learned? All right, I hope most of you said yes, because guess what? That's what you're going to get. Life lesson learned. So I've been hiking with Max all morning, and his name is Cubs. His trail name is Cubs, but I know him by Max. He's the young man that went way back in Georgia, I think it was. He went and got me water. He was headed down to the water source anyway. My feet were super tired, and Max went and got me water, and that was really nice. Really thankful. But he's just a very polite young man from Naperville, as you just saw. Anyway, I've been hiking with Max, and Max is getting off the trail in Damascus. Now, he's not quitting. I mean, I guess ultimately he is quitting, but he's not doing it because of any health reason or mentally or anything else. But he saved up money to do this trip, to do this trail, and he is decided he wants to see more parts of the country. He's got an uncle that lives outside of San Bernardino, California, and so he's going to go stay with him. He's going to hike part of the Pacific Crest Trail, the PCT. He's going to hike some of that. He's going to go see some friends in Austin. And so Max is basically killing time until Trail Days in Damascus. And when Trail Days is over, he's got a train ticket out to California. And I learned something from Max. Now, he's a young guy, doesn't have a lot of life experience. And so he's been kind of asking me questions, and I think hopefully he's learning some wisdom from me. But I've been learning some wisdom from him, and that is he is out here enjoying the trail. He doesn't try to hike like big miles to get to a certain point because he needs to resupply or do whatever. He is just living life and enjoying every bit of it while he's out here. He's camping under bridges. He's stretching food and dollars to the limit. He's hitchhiking instead of paying for shuttles. So he's meeting people and he's having the time of his life. He learned from that guy Ellis. I've talked about him before. We were at the Smoky Mountain Diner together. He learned a lot from Ellis. Ellis is really good at that, like stretching dollars and living out here cheap. But there's such a difference between hiking to hike and living life, you know, on the AT or whatever trail it is. And so I think this life lesson is definitely for me. And it's not that I'm going to slow down necessarily or like, you know, give up hiking, you know, trying to reach Katahdin. That's by no means what I'm going to do. But while I am hiking, I'm going to hopefully maybe take a step back and relax a little more and enjoy life and smell the roses. Like going to that side trail for the waterfall. There's a part of me that wouldn't want to do that because I would rather make miles and get into camp a little earlier. But you know what? That waterfall was spectacular. And a whole bunch of people showed up and we were sitting around talking. It was just a good time. So those kinds of things are what I'll remember. Anyway, thanks, Max, for kind of shedding some light on, you know, he's going to, sorry, I don't want to take this too long, but he's going to go to Watauga Lake. And his hope is that there's a trail around it and he can get off on that trail somewhere and camp for a couple days because he's killing time, because trail days isn't until like the 19th through the 21st or something, and it's only the 9th, so he's killing time to get to Damascus. But he's gonna like find a fishing hook and some line and make up an apparatus to throw out and float and try to catch some fish while he's there. And he's just hanging out and living life. And I'm envious because my personality is, I'm way too OCD and organized and perfectionist and all that to let go that much. But maybe because of his influence I will. And I don't know where you're at, but maybe there's something you can learn from this also. But there's one thing to accomplish the trail, and it's another to enjoy it. So that must go down to the creek, but the AT goes this way. We're going to keep marching this direction. But anyway, yeah, that's kind of me rambling a little bit about some of that stuff. But hopefully, maybe in your life you struggle with wanting too much of a schedule and regimented and all that, when in reality we could enjoy the day more if we just kind of let things happen. So there you have it. That's kind of life lesson learned. Wisdom from like a 22-year-old dude having fun on the Appalachian Trail. Thanks, Max. So I've been following this river, and I'm not sure the name of it. Boy, it's a beautiful river. It's real swollen from all the rain we had last night and this morning. But I've been following the river. The trails follows the river here for a while. And I came upon this. And I thought, well, what in the world is that? And I believe those sticks maybe they still do. Now I can read it better through my camera. 400 miles. Watch this. Can you see my feet? Yay. 400 miles on the Appalachian Trail. That was the spot right there. I'm so thankful somebody put that up there, because I pulled out my Gut Hook app, my GPS thing, and looked it up, and sure enough, that's the 400 mile mark. So these boots that I am walking with have got, well, my feet have 400 miles on the Appalachian Trail under them. Wow, that's cool. I mean, give the Lord some credit. Who would have thought that a legally blind, semi overweight, middle-aged dude from flatland of Illinois would be able to hike 400 miles. Praise the Lord. came upon this tree, and you see how yellow it is, so that bark is gone fresh, and there's lots of holes. I'll get up close. I'm wondering what did this. Why is the bark gone? It's just a stretch. I don't know if that's a porcupine skinned that and then birds got in there. I don't see like bear claws marks. Yeah, I don't think any at all. So anyway, maybe some of you viewers, maybe you guys have an idea. I'll try and back up and give you like a full, see it starts, you know, down there and only goes up to like there. So anyway, maybe some of you guys know what that's from. I believe this is Mountaineer Waterfall. Falls there and comes down here. Splish splash. You could take a bath. Yeah, nice water. Let me go up there and I'll show you in a second. I just thought I'd get a little clear shot up there of the falls. This is sure beautiful. But I don't think anything beats that Jones waterfall. Wow, that was ridiculous. But anyway, not to take anything away from this is gorgeous. Mountaineer Falls. All right, we're at a good view here, looking out back over the Roan Highlands. So you can see Big Hump Mountain back there, and maybe possibly Roan Mountain, but either way, that's all the highlands back there. Really nice view. First view of the day. Actually, it's been a green tunnel so far. Really nice trail, mostly all dirt, very, very few rocks. So that's pretty nice looking back over that way, what we went over yesterday and the day before. What a beautiful day. Rained and stuff this morning, and you know, kind of humid and a little muddy, but man, what a great section of trail for anybody to come and hike. It's been awesome. Lots of streams and bridges. Look how pretty the stream is. Great bridge to cross. Tent sites all around. This is just remarkable. Mile 406. Oh, what's this say? There you go. Yeah, took a little while longer than expected to get here because I had to go back for a minute. When I blew by that 400-mile mark and those sticks, I was going so fast they actually caught on fire, and I had to go back with one of my smart water bottles and put the fire out. Because I'm like a cheetah sprinting down the trail, like a gazelle leaping over logs and rocks, headed for Maine. Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. But it has been beautiful today. It has been very nice. Look at that. What a trout stream. Yep. Gorgeous. Here's another gorgeous stream on this section of trail. Hardcore Cascades. Beautiful, big old rocks. Man, I'm gonna have to put the phone away before I cross over this. Marvelous. All done for the day. It's 6:20, 20 minutes after 6, and this is mile for the day 10 and a half. It's about 16, nearly 17 miles. Have to figure in all the tents, but anyway, 17 miles or 16 some miles, and body feels pretty good. So I'm just going to call it quits and roll my calves out and do some stretching and eat some supper and hang out here. This is a nice, quiet little spot next to the stream, and so I'm happy to be here. Happy to have it. All right, today was one of my favorite stretches of the whole trail. It was one of the easiest, let's put it that way. Only the one really good view, but I really liked the way the trail kind of went up and down, and it's just real smooth, almost like a, well, it was just real smooth. Very few rocks, mostly dirt, and real gentle. If you're looking to come out on the Appalachian Trail and just do a small chunk, this piece coming out of Mountain Harbor Bed and Breakfast and Hiker Hostel is fabulous. The views, you're not going to get many, but it is real pretty nonetheless, because you cross over streams, lots and lots of streams, lots of little footbridges. It's very well maintained. Very nice section of trail. Good for nearly anyone to come out here. Little ups and downs, nothing major. Just fun day hiking. Yeah, fun day. Let's just kind of wrap it up with that. Really enjoyed those gorgeous waterfalls. Enjoyed the people that I was around. Looks like I'm gonna enjoy this campsite. And there's a beautiful bird singing behind me. Hopefully the camera or the microphone can pick that up. So anyway, I'm going to sign off for now and get my stuff done. Priorities of work, as Early Riser says. Got to get my priorities of work done. And yep, life is good. Jesus is best. Had a great day spiritually. I'll probably talk about that tomorrow. So thanks, guys, for coming along with me. I really so appreciate all those encouraging words. I mean, some of your guys' comments, I don't even know what to say. Boy, I just hope I don't let you and my Lord down on this journey. So thanks again, guys. Thanks for everything. Bye. You guys that know her already know this, but some of you that haven't yet met my wife, Halo, do you want to know how rockin' awesome and amazing she is? She thinks of everything. Look at what she hooked me up with. Some rice sides or pasta sides here that are teriyaki noodles. Yummy. And look at this. Oh yeah. Some tilapia that has yellow curry sauce. We are having an Asian dinner. And get this. She hooked me up with some cashews for my lunch today, and I think I'm going to crumble some of those up and put them in there. Doesn't that sound good? We're going to have an Asian teriyaki curry cashew dish on the Appalachian Trail. Does that make your mouth water or what? Here's the view of my cook setup, and right there's the AT. What a great spot. I love this place. Had a great day hiking and looking forward to a great meal. I will let you know tomorrow if it was as good as I thought. So thank you, Halo. You rock.